Hello everyone, it's me Sanjay Vasu back again for another video. This time we're going to be doing a paper on Cambridge Primary Checkpoint for Mathematics, paper 2 of April 2022. Let's start. Question 1. Look at these number cards. Write a number that can be divided exactly by 100, 10 and 5. 100 is divisible by both 10 and 5, which means we only need to see which one can be divided by 100. The only one is 5,500. That's the answer. Write a number that can be divided exactly by 10 and 5, but not by 100. So if it's divisible by 10, it will be divisible by 5. Which ones are divisible by 10 and 5? 550 and 5,500. But it should not be divisible by 100, which means we can rule out this, and only 550 is the answer. Question 2. Match these numbers with their written form. One has been done for you. So 4,750 is equal to 4,750 in words. 4505. 4,505. The last option down there. Next. 4550. 4,550. Which is the option number 1. 4055. 4,055, which is the only option left. Question 3. Here's a shaded rectangle drawn in a grid of squares, drawing around the shape that has the same area. So we see this shape on the grid of squares. It occupies 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 squares. We need to see another shape which occupies 10 squares as well. This one occupies 9. This one occupies 11. This one occupies 9. And this one occupies 10. If you count it all up. So we can draw a ring around this shape. Question 4. Complete the table to show the times on a 12-hour digital clock. One has been done for you. 10 past 12 in the afternoon, 12:10 p.m. But there's a 12-hour digital clock. You can only write in the numbers 1 to 12. Okay, 3:15 in the morning. Quarter means 15. So 15 minutes after 3 in the morning. So 3:15 a.m. because it's the morning. 8:45 at night. 8:45 means 15 minutes before 9. That's 8:45. And if it's night, it's p.m. 6:30 in the evening. Half means 30. 6 is 6 o'clock. And in the evening means p.m. So 6:30 p.m. That's the answer. Question 5. The sorting diagram shows information about class 4. The girls who like tennis, do not like tennis, and then the boys who like and do not like tennis. Use this info to complete the Venn diagram. So first let's see the intersection. It's the intersection between boys and likes tennis. So how many boys like tennis? 11. So you can put the number 11 in here. Now how many boys do not like tennis, which means inside here is 4. So 4 outside the intersection. Now, how many are not boys but they like tennis? Which means they're girls and they like tennis. 9. Here. And now girls and do not like tennis, which means they're not boys, they don't like tennis. So they're outside both of them. And that's 3. So they're outside. But they must be inside the rectangle. Question 6. Safia estimates the position of a number on an empty number line. She estimates the position of the same number on a different number line, drawing around the correct estimate. So the number on this number line can be estimated to 500 because it's in the middle of the line and it's in the middle of 0 and 1000. Now we have a different number line which is 0 to 10,000. So 1000 is 1 by 10 of 10,000. That means the distance between 0 and the number will be 1/10 in this diagram than this one. And if you see an estimation, it's actually this one. So answer is A. Question 7. Name the 3D shape this net will make. All you need to do is make sure you can visualize this properly and you will see this will make a cuboid. Question 8. Draw a ring around the largest amount of money. $3 5 cents, $3.50 cents, $3.53, $3.35. Let's convert these all to cents. So this is 305 cents. And then this is 353 cents. The other two are already in cents. So out of these, which is the largest number? It's this one, right? So we can draw a thing around $3.53. That's the answer. Question 9. Calculate the size of angle A. This angle, 65 degrees, and angle A are supplementary angles. What does that mean? These two angles add up to 180 degrees because they are on a straight line and separated by another line intersecting it at the point. So 180 minus 65 is equal to 115. 115 degrees is the answer. Question 10. There are 10 sheep and 20 goats in the field. Take the statements that are true, cross the ones which are false. 10 out of 30 animals are sheep. True, because there are total 10 sheep, 20 goats. Add them, becomes 30. And there are 10 sheep, which means 10 out of 30 animals are sheep. Half of the animals are sheep. There are 10 sheep, total 30. 10 by 30 is equal to 1 by 3. And that's not half, so there's wrong. 2 by 3 of the animals are goats. There are 20 goats in a field, and total are 30. So the fraction of goats is 20 by 30, which is 2 by 3. This is correct. 1 by 10 of the animals are sheep. We've already seen that this is 1 by 3. Class. That's the answer. Question 11. Here's a pattern made from 3 different types of triangles. Write the mathematical names for triangle A, B, and C in the table. So by just looking at it, we can see that these smaller triangles, 6 of them are all equal. These 3 slightly larger triangles are congruent, and B is the center triangle. So B clearly looks like it's an equilateral triangle. So you can write that. Now because in an equilateral triangle like B, the 3 sides are equal. Therefore I can mark it like this with 3 lines, which means that the sides are equal. Now we can see about triangle C. These triangles are over here. And by looking at these triangles, you can see that these 2 sides are equal for all 3 triangles. And this side is having a different length. Therefore, you can say that these are all isosceles triangles. We can write that down. And because they are isosceles, these sides are the same, all 6 of them, because the triangles are identical. So we can mark it like this with a double line because they're not the same length as the single lined ones over here. Now we can go to triangle A, which has 3 sides of uneven length, and therefore we can say this is a scalene triangle. That's the answer. Question 12. A farmer has 960 new apple trees. He plants 42 trees in each row. Write how many complete rows he can plant. Let's get our calculator out. Okay, so 960 apple trees and 42 in each row. That means we need to divide 960 divided by 42. 960 by 42 is equal to 22.857, and it goes on. So now we can see we have a whole number part and a decimal part. Because there's a decimal part, we know there's a remainder. But we need to neglect this remainder because we only want how many complete rows. That's what the questions asked us to give. Complete rows means excluding the remainder. Therefore, we can say 22 rows. That's the answer. Question 13. The squares are 2 whole numbers that add up to 25. The 2 numbers are dash and dash. So if 2 numbers squared is equal to 25, that means the 2 numbers are less than the square root of this number. Root 25 is equal to 5. So the 2 numbers are less than 5. So let's say the numbers are 3 and 4. 3 squared plus 4 squared is equal to 9 plus 16, which is equal to 25, which is correct. Therefore, the two numbers are 3 and 4. Question 14. Here are two sides of a pentagon drawn in the coordinate grid. A. Plot a point at 5, 3. Join 5, 1 to 5, 3 to draw the third side of the pentagon. First, let's plot the point 5, 3. This means x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 3. So x is 5 and y is 3. They intersect over there. So 5, 3 is this point. Now, we need to join 5, 1 to 5, 3 to draw the third side. Which means we join this point 5, 1 to this point, which is 5, 3. And we can do that to form the third side. Now B, the pentagon has one line of symmetry. Find the coordinates of the fifth vertex. So let's assume the line of symmetry is straight down the middle. That means these 2 points must meet at one point on the middle. And actually it can be any point. Because if you break a point here, these two will be equal. Place the point here, these two will be equal. Place the point here, these two will be equal. There will always be a line of symmetry here. Therefore, we can take any one of the few points above these two and they're on the line here, which is x equals 3. So let's take the point over here. Let's first complete the pentagon just to be sure this is the line of symmetry. As you can see, yes, this is the line of symmetry. And now we can write the coordinates, which is 3, 4. X is 3 and y is 4. That's the answer. Question 15. Oliver and Chen both write down a number. Oliver says, my number has 8 hundreds. Chen's number only has 3 hundreds. My number must be bigger. Oliver is not correct. Explain why. 400 is actually the third digit from the decimal point. So let's say we have a decimal point. This side is the decimals. This side is the actual numbers. So there's a point here. First digit, units. Second digit, tens. Third digit is the hundreds digit. But there are more digits after that. So the first, second, third. The fourth digit can be a thousands digit. So if Oliver does not have a fourth digit or does not have a thousands digit, and Chen's number has a thousands digit, then Chen's number is obviously greater because thousands has more value than hundreds. So we can just write this and say that he's not correct. Thousands have more value than hundreds. If Chen number has thousands digit, but Oliver's does not, Chen's number is bigger. And that's the answer. Question 16. Mia and Priya play a game with cards. The numbers that touch add up to 10. Some of the numbers are missing. Because of that, we need to write the missing numbers on the diagram. So if these two have a total of 10, these two have a total of 10, these two as well, these two, and so on. So if these two have a total of 10, that means we can find this one. 10 minus 1.5, 8.5. Using the same method, we can fill in all the other spaces as such, which I'm doing now, in the cards, which are blank. This is the answer. Question 17. Here's a number line. Estimate the number shown by the arrow. Let's see the digits here. We have 0 to 10,000 on a number line. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 digits before 10,000. If there are 10 divisions, that means 10 divisions is 10,000. 1 division will be 1,000. Just write that down. That means the second one will be 2,000. Third one will be 3,000. Now this one's in the middle of 2,000 and 3,000, which means it will be 2,500. That's the answer. Question 18. A school has 888 students. The school has 24 classes. Each class has an equal number of students. Write down the number of students in each class. This is simple. 888 divided by 24. Let's use our calculator for this. We get the answer as 37 students. That's the answer. Question 19. Write each number as a decimal. 37 by 100, 0.37. 6 plus 3 by 100, 6.03. Because 6 plus 3 by 100, 6, 3 by 100. And we can simplify that to this decimal number. Question 20. Mike has 5 number cards. Each one has a positive whole number on it. The range of the 5 cards is 4. The mode of them is 4. And the total is 16. Write the missing number on each card. First thing we can see is the mode of the 5 cards is 4. That means there are at least 2 of these cards. So we can make 2 4s over here. Let's label the other 3 cards as A, B, and C. The total of the 5 cards is 16. So what's A plus B plus C? That's equal to 16 minus 4 minus 4. 8. Let's assume that A is the least and C is the most, the greatest out of all the 3, A, B, and C. B is in the middle. The range is 4. That means the difference between the lowest and the highest is 4. So let's assume A to be 1. So A equals 1. That means C is equal to 1 plus 4, which is equal to 5. That means you have A is 1, C is 5, 4, 4, 1, and 5. Now we need B. So 16 minus 4 minus 4 minus 1 minus 5. We get the answer as 2 for B. And that's it. That's the answer. So now we can just erase this and write 1, 2, and 5. Question 21. Round each of these calculations to the nearest whole number. First one's been done for you. 35.6 into 7 is 249 to the nearest whole number. 416.45 minus 307.75. Let's get a calculator out and then round it. 416.45 minus 307.75. 108.7, which is 109. 2758.4 divided by 16. Let's do that. 172.4, which is 172. That's the nearest whole number. 471.9 into 8.9. So let's do that. 4199.91, which is 4200. 4200 to the nearest whole number. That's the answer. Question 22. Here's a grid of numbers revolving around the 2 prime numbers. First, what is a prime number? A prime number is something which is not divisible by anything except for 1 and the number itself. Let's see. 31. Yes, it's a prime number. 32. No. 33. No. Not 34. Not 35. Not 36. 37. It's a prime number. Not 38. Not 39. Not 40. Why not 33? 3 into 11 is 33. 35. 7 into 5. 39. 3 into 13. And the others are all even numbers, so they're divisible by 2. Question 23. The temperature is taken in 2 different places, A and B. Write the difference between the 2 places. Place A has temperature of minus 10 and then we minus 1, 2, 3, 4. So minus 14 degrees in Celsius. And now place B has 10 plus 1, 2. So 12 degrees Celsius. So difference is 12 minus negative 14, which is equal to 12 plus 14, which is 26 degrees Celsius difference. Question 24. Draw a ring around all the numbers that have a remainder of 3 when divided by 7. That means we need to find the numbers which are divisible by 7 and then add 3. So 70 is divisible by 7. Add 3. 73. And now we add 7 to this until we cannot find any more numbers like that. 80, 87, 94, and that's it. So if you want to try dividing it on your own, you can try. And actually, these will all have a remainder of 3. Question 25. These rectangles have the same area. Calculate the missing length. Show you're working. So the area of rectangle A here is equal to the area of rectangle B. So 18 into 36 is equal to x centimeters, that's the blank, multiplied by 24. Let's get our calculator out. That means x is equal to 18 into 36 by 24. And now we can calculate this. 27. So x is 27 centimeters. That's the answer. Question 26. Use a ruler to draw a line of length 6.7 centimeters. I'm just going to show you what you need to do in order to solve this question. First, just mark any point on this blank space. And now you can take a ruler, place the 0 point of the ruler over here, and then measure 6.7 centimeters in this way. And then wherever 6.7 centimeters is on the ruler, make a point there, 6.7 centimeters. And now simply connect the 2 points. And we need to label this as well. That's the answer. Question 27. The symbols square and triangle each represent a different whole number. Write what number each symbol represents. Square into triangle equals 2100. Square plus triangle equals 130. Let's take two numbers which multiply to 2100. So let's take two numbers which both have 0 as their ones digit. 30 into 70. That's equal to 2100. That's right. Now 30 plus 70 is equal to 130. Number 30 is a square and number 70 is the triangle. We can write that down. Question 28. Shade 35% of the shape. 35% means 35 by 100. Now how many triangles are there to shade? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 triangles. Now 35 by 100 can be simplified to 7 by 20. So we need to shade 7 out of 20 triangles. So I'm not actually going to shade it, I'm just going to do something like this to show you shading. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the answer. Question 29. Here are 4 line graphs. They show 4 students' journeys to school. Match each graph 1, 2, 3, 4 to the correct student. Write the letter of the graph next to each statement. Graph A, Graph B, Graph C, or Graph D. All the graphs have distance to school in kilometers and time. Jamila says, I walked to my friend's house, then walked on to school. So if you walk to your friend's house, that means you stop somewhere, right? And which one of these graphs have stopped somewhere and then goes directly to school without going anywhere else? Graph C. That's Jamila. So Jamila walks straight and then stops at a certain point, which is her friend's house, and then walks on to school, like what she says. Naomi says, I was late, so Dad took me to school by car. So if you're late, that means you were not journeying to school until the last few minutes. Graph A shows exactly that. Leaves at 8:25, 8:30 school starts. So Graph A is Naomi. Lily says, I forgot my football kit and had to go back home to get it. If you forget your football kit and you have to go back home, that means you walked some distance already and then you go back to the starting point. So which one of these two graphs, B or D, shows that? Graph B shows that you go half kilometer and then half kilometer back to your own home. So that's Lily. Hassan says I walked straight to school. That means he did not stop anywhere. Straight line graph. D. And with this, we come to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you learned something from it. And if you did, please don't consider subscribing to our channel. And with this, I come to the end of my video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.